Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about an important issue I feel, and that's anxiety. Now, the definition of anxiety is apparently a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. Um, Many people suffer with anxiety, whether it's mild or severe. Everyone worries, don't they? We worry that something's not going to be finished on time, or that we're going to be late for a certain thing. But for certain people, the anxiety completely takes over their life, and it sort of determines every little thing that they do. There are many types of anxiety, with the most common one being the general anxiety disorder, which affects up to 5% of the UK population. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's millions of people in the UK, that is still a big number. As I said before, there's varying levels of anxiety that people can feel. I mean, if you're often feeling restless or worried, you find it hard to concentrate, you find it hard to sleep, you get restless nights, you get heart palpitations and feel a bit dizzy more often than you should do, and you're worrying about every little thing rather than just a big event. Like, it's understandable to worry about something like a driving test coming up and you're a little bit worried about it. You might not sleep beforehand, but if it's something minor or it's loads of little things that you just keep getting worried about, then that's the time where you need to sit down and think, maybe I need to sort this out. It can be caused by many different things, whether it's like health problems, like long-term illnesses, whether it's a traumatic experience that you've had. I mean, you might have been in a car crash, so every time you're out and about on the road, you're feeling really anxious about the possibility of that happening again. It could be something out of your control, like an imbalance of brain chemicals and that sort of stuff. It could be due to alcohol or drug misuse. There's loads of different things that can cause or trigger anxiety, and it kind of goes hand in hand, or is a symptom of things like phobias, post-traumatic stress, panic disorders, social anxiety disorders, which is basically common sense really, because you think if you've got a phobia of spiders, you're going to be really anxious at that time. Or if you know there's a place where, I don't know, like if you're going to a kids party and you're scared of clowns, you're going to feel anxious because you're going to a kids party, there might be a clown. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, my anxiety started, I'm going to say it was before I was outed in school, because I was bullied for what I was born with, but I sort of just found a way of getting around that, and I just gained more and more friends, and I just got used to it. And if people said, oh, you've got a big nose or a funny lip, then I just like, I don't really care, because I've got loads of friends, I'm actually doing really well, so I don't really give a shit. But then I was outed, and then I just felt really ostracized. So I decided to try and hide myself away a bit more so that I wasn't in the public eye to be bullied and be picked on about this, that and the other. And I found myself being a little bit OCD-ish, trying to control other aspects of my life, seeing as I couldn't control what people were saying to me and about me. So I started getting uber obsessed about the tiniest little things. Everything had to be in order, and that was causing me anxiety, because I thought these things aren't in order, and it just caused me a lot of stress, and it caused me to have depression, and that's been like on and off for years, but it's not been as bad as when I was younger. So now, as well as it being social situations that I get anxious about, it's also other little things, like if I've got to make a trip somewhere that I've not been before, I'm getting worried about every little part. And I think there's a roundabout, what if something happens at that roundabout? And then what if I get there and I'm too early? What do? What if I have to sit in the car park and I don't have a ticket? And then it's just all these little things go round and round in my head until I start thinking maybe I shouldn't go. So I cancel plans that I should just do. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Am I going to die? Maybe, but I could die anywhere. I could be at home and die. So that's not stopping anything. It's not preventing anything. It's just preventing life. And I just need to keep that in my head, that by thinking all these little things, it's only stopping me from living. It's not stopping me from dying or the worst happening. Because even if something does happen, you learn from it, then the next time you know what to do. So you're always learning from these situations. But when you're in that moment, you can't see it, which is the hardest thing. And it's just the fear. You're just locked in your mind, and it's so hard to get out of it. And it's such a horrible cycle. So basically what I'm saying is it's important to get help when you realise that you've got these problems. I know other YouTubers have touched on anxiety in their vlogs, and one person has said that meditation's a good way to sort of not get rid of anxiety, but it's a good way to try and reduce the symptoms and help you cope better. So self-help is just one way that you can do it. Seeing your GP is a good thing. They can always point you in the right direction. Chat to people who feel the same. I've spoken to vloggers that feel the same, such as Dan's Epic Vlog, James from Gibson Vlogs, that was the Giblets. They feel exactly the same, and it felt so good to talk to people that know what you're trying to talk about, because sometimes people can think you're a little bit crazy, because anything that's inside your head people can't see, so they automatically judge. Not everyone, but it's harder to get people to really understand how you feel when it's the inside that's affecting you, not outside. Apparently exercise is another good one. I don't know whether that's because it releases so many different chemicals that I don't know, it must de-stress you somehow, I guess. And drinking less alcohol and less caffeine is apparently good to reduce anxiety. And also not smoking, which I've not smoked for over a year now, so that's good. So I've never sought any help, but I feel like talking to people is a good thing. I still struggle with social situations, but I don't think that's really going to stop anytime soon. A lot of it's about my physical confidence and just getting out of my head and just thinking, if I say something stupid, who cares? At least I'm talking and not just sitting there like a Larry the Loner. So thanks for watching. If you can sympathise or empathise or understand anything that I've spoken about, just like message down below. Let us know if you're struggling with anything, if you've had the same feelings, or if you know someone that you've helped. Any advice, just comment, let us know. And thanks for watching. It's kind of helped me getting it out a bit more. It's good to realise when something isn't quite right and try and anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will have another video for you soon, hopefully.